the name of His Honor the Mayor, why are you gentlemen clapping each other?
Hit the grit, policeman. This is a friendly argument.
Exactly. We're having a slight difference of opinion.
In reference to the eating contest about to commence within.
An eating contest? Precisely, based on the capacity of the human digestive tract.
This is, of course, a gag.
A gag? Already close on to 50,000 fish are being held in escrow pending the outcome.
Case Abels alone has wagered $20,000 on my protege, Nicely Johnson, the greatest eater alive.
You can't lose your thing.
Exactly. And even a policeman will admit that when Case Abels ventures $1 on anything, it isn't exactly a laughing matter.
Except this time. My boy Joe Duffel of Boston will hang up a new world's record tonight.
Fiddle-dee-dee.
Any further wild remarks and I start clapping again.
Fiddle-dee-dum.
Fiddle-dee-dum.
Yeah.
Hey, Professor. Hey, Professor B.
Yes, little Pinks?
Mr. Abels wants to see you in the office right away, important.
Coming, little Pinks, with utmost dispatch.
You will make all further remarks to old Judge Bamberger.
His Honor is chief judge of the contest inside. I'll discuss the matter with him later. Coming, horse thief? Out of the way, please. Thank you.
Get started! Come on! Get started!
He's out. Dyspepsia.
You tub of lard.
Can I help it if I'm sick?
Pardon me, gentlemen, but this is all very, very sad.
Yeah, you got great ideas. A eating contest, prize fights, and horse races ain't risky enough. You gotta think of a gag to count me out of 20 grand.
Maybe we can give him some bicarbonate.
To cure him, gentlemen, you'd need a large stomach pump.
Oh, what did I do? I was a little hungry around cocktail time, and I had a chocolate malted. Just a little teeny chocolate malted and maybe a couple of jars of pickles. Them little sweet kind.
Couple of jars of pickles! Might possibly find an understudy.
Did you ever get a glom of that Joel Duffel? He eats a stuffed elephant for breakfast.
I know a lady who eats 2 cantaloupe and 8 eggs, sunny side up for breakfast, washes it down with 2 quarts of coffee.
Shut up, busboy. I ain't risking my dough on no amateur eaters.
Patience, Case, patience. Is this an eyewitness report, Pinks, or hearsay?
Oh, that's a fact, Professor. Her name is Miss Violet Schumberger, and we live in the same boarding house, and I've seen her eat. She has a very large capacity for groceries.
How large?
Well, for supper last night, she ate a whole Virginia ham.
Oh.
3 plates of soup, and quite a lot of potatoes and strudel.
Oh.
Get her.
Oh, I don't know if she'd come. She's very bashful.
Well, see if $100 will make any difference.
Well, I'll do my best, Mr. Abels.
Oh.
Shut up, you gas bag.
Oh, I just remember I also eat a little teeny Bermuda onion. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fight to a finish for the eating championship of the world. In this corner, Mr. Joel Duffel of Boston. Weight 337 and a half pounds. And in this corner, pinch hitting for Mr. Nicely Johnson, Miss Violet Schumberger of this city. Weight 100 pounds, 4 ounces.
Stand by me, Pinks, and I can do it. Just don't leave. Promise.
Cross my heart.
Stay right with her, little Pinks. Don't you leave her for a second.
Snowed in good with that skeleton.
kindly clear the way, please. Do you let me go through, or do I start slugging?
It's very nice to see you here, Miss Lyons. Very, very nice.
Who are you?
Well, you wouldn't remember me. I used to work at the Club Glamour, and I used to stand and watch you all the time. I also have your picture at home on the wall.
How nice. Show me the way to Mr. Abel's, please. I'll take care of these characters.
Please make way for Miss Lyons.
Baby! Somebody get baby! Baby! Come back here, baby!
Pete! Baby, baby, darling. Pete!
Go on eating.
Pete, where are you?
Don't stop.
Hey, don't stop eating! Hey! Come on, get going! Get going! Sit down and...
A winner, Joe Duffel on the basis of the half-minute rule.
Hey, you're the hero type. You won't regret this.
Oh, it's a pleasure to do you a favor, Miss Lyons. Make way for Miss Lyons, please.
You know you just cost me 25 grand.
Oh, I was only getting the lady's dog, Mr. Abels.
He rescued baby Angel Wings. He done me quite a favor.
Oh, he did, huh? Well,
What kind of attitude is that, pushing around a little guy just because he done me a good turn?
button your lip.
Listen, Case, you shoved around a lot of guys in your life, mostly your own size, and that's okay with me. But when you start picking on mice, I don't like it.
You like what I tell you to like.
Thanks, kid.
Well, thank you, Miss Lyons.
You cut a big hole in help wanted mail.
Hello, Violet. Her picture was on the other side. Do you think Miss Lyons would autograph it if I asked her?
Seems to me you got enough photographs of her.
Oh, she's kind of like my ideal.
She's Case Abel, Sweet Pea, and I don't want any part of him.
Oh, he's not so bad.
Oh, sure, he's wonderful. You should have him arrested for making you lose your job.
I'll get another one.
Bussing?
Sure.
Oh, you could be something, Pinks. Ain't you got any ambition?
Not much.
You can't spend your life giving out butter and filling glasses.
Why not? Well, I don't like day jobs. They cage you in. I want to see things in the light, because I got a lot to check on.
You know, you're an intellectual, Pinks. Now, me, I'm strictly an old high school girl. I like New York.
Hello, Pinks.
How are you, nicely?
Oh, nicely, thank you.
Oh, that's Miss Violet Schumberger.
How do you do?
Hello.
I've heard a lot about you. Oh, I have a slight message for you, Pinks.
From who?
Miss Gloria Lyons told me to tip you to see her on the double quick in reference to the payroll.
You see, Violet? You got her all wrong.
Show me the envelope with the cash in it, and I'll apologize.
Well, so long, everybody.
So long.
Bye.
I sure admire your style. Gee, we could play a great game of doubles.
What kind of talk is this?
Well, you see, a fat guy is always listening to love stories, but he ain't never got any to tell.
Aren't you nice, Mr. Nicely? Would you like to come upstairs and see my kitchen?
You said kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
I sure would, Miss Schumberger.
Violet, with a double T.
Huh?
E.
Oh.
Who knows? I'll find that land of just suppose. Just when heaven only knows.
Are you still here?
I told you Miss Lyons said she wanted to see me.
Yeah? What do you want she should do? Dance up the steps and get you? Please wait around backstage or you'll have to pay cover charge.
Who knows somewhere beyond those skies of blue, I'll have one little dream come true.
Everything all right, Mr. Reed?
Fine. Might even be better if you could get Miss Lyons to join us for a drink.
Oh, I'm sorry. She already has a commitment. Engaged to Mr. Case Abels.
Too bad.
However, since she is a girl who is strictly interested in the higher income brackets, and since, if you'll forgive me, you are a citizen of means...
Who knows, I'll find that land of just suppose, just when heaven only knows.
Follow me, kid. Get out of here, you peeping Tom! Hello, baby darling. Hello, honey. Did you give baby his vitamin B?
I sure did and took some myself.
Listen, Hippo, that's hair, not spaghetti.
I thought you laid an egg tonight, honey.
Don't be vulgar.
I can only remark it ain't sensible to be flirting around in front of Mr. Abels. Your bracelets are getting pretty old-fashioned.
You could shut your mouth. We got a guest. Blow, Ruby. I'm tired of your dialogue. Tell the head waiter I want to see him.
Okay.
Come here, Droopy. I owe you a break. What do they call you?
Little Pinks.
Little Pinks. That's not a name. That's a toothbrush.
Well, my name's really Pinkerton, but I got a brother that's shorter than I am, so they call him Big Pinks. And I'm taller than he is, so they call me Little Pinks. Used to be sort of a family joke. You see, when we were kids, we...
That did it. Just because I got your job, you don't have to talk me to death.
Thanks, Miss Lyons. I've always wanted to work in a classy
Don't
place.
knock yourself out, or I may change my mind. Go see the head waiter. I got it all fixed. Look, I got a report you went with so-and-so for Decatur Reed tonight.
Evaporate.
That's my special little pond, so you keep your line out, or I'll scratch out your pretty little eyes.
This is really absurd.
Get her, making out like she's a duchess. Well, listen, Your Highness, I got a left jab that'll knock your royal teeth out. That dame is a lump of mud.
Your Highness.
What was that, Crack?
Your Highness, I was just thinking it does sort of fit you.
Are you kidding? Go away, I can't stand anymore.
Thanks. Thanks very much, Your Highness.
Your Highness. Not bad.
That's him.
Are you the kid Miss Lyons wants to get a job as busboy?
Yeah.
Union man? Experience?
Mindy's, Joe's Green Room, and 44 Club.
Well, you look kind of schmeary to me, but I owe that dame a little favor on account of she loaned me money for my upper plate. $15 a week, hours 6 to 3, the usual percent of the waiter's tips. Deal?
Sure.
Report tomorrow night.
Thanks, and will you tell Her Highness I'm very much obliged?
Highness.
Hey, Ruby! Move your big fat feet.
Coming, Your Highness.
These are very choice, better times blooms. $5 the dozen.
They're lovely.
Okay, wrap them up. How many does, please?
One.
To the loveliest girl in the world.
Shut up, nice.
Aren't you going to sign it?
Oh, she'd think I was silly sending her flowers.
I'll vote for that. For that $5, we can get a beefsteak thick in your head.
Pinks, what goes on with you? Does it make sense having high blood pressure for a dame you can't even get near with less than $1 million?
I know that, Violet.
What are you sending her flowers for?
Well, she's been awful nice to me. She got me the job, didn't she?
Is that your only reason?
Sure. What do you think?
Nothing.
Come on, let's go eat.
Can't you even be a little romantic?
Well, I am romantic, but I'm still hungry.
There's no name on it. It just says to the loveliest girl in the world.
Dear Decatur.
Come in.
You had a nice walk.
Hello, baby, darling. Thanks, kid. Don't forget to wash my car before you go home.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Abels might not like all this attention.
Effective immediately, I'm giving Mr. Abels back to the Mohawks.
Meaning?
Meaning Decatur Reed. I think I'll soften up and let him take me out tonight. I've developed a matrimonial glint in his eyes.
Why, he's just a kid. You don't love him, honey.
He's got $1 million, and don't give me that love hooey again. Love is something that gives you 1 room, 2 chins, and 3 kids.
There's more to it than that.
Well, you ought to know with that good-for-nothing husband you've been supporting for 5 years.
But the way I feel, you can't buy it at a jewelry store. I'm happy.
Take it from an expert, Ruby. A girl's best friend is $1.
I just hope you won't ever trip over those words, honey.
Don't worry.
Hello, Gloria.
Hello, Decatur.
Good night, Gloria.
Good night, Mr. Reed.
Your flowers were lovely, darling.
What flowers?
Don't kid with me, baby. I got instincts about guys like you.
Why don't we go somewhere and talk about your instincts?
A point I was just about to make.
I hope I'm intruding.
Wait outside for me, Decatur.
Okay.
Where do you think you're going?
I suppose you think this gives you a mortgage on me.
First and second.
Well, I'm closing my account. I'm thinking of doing business with another bank.
Your Highness.
What happened, Case? She was drunk. She fell.
What do you know?
And get me 15 eyewitnesses to prove it.
She got any family?
Only a Pekingese called Baby.
Can't we do something, Doc?
She's a sick girl.
We'll stand by.
It'll be a long stand. Very long stand.
Don't it beat Providence how that gal got caught up with so quick?
Shut up, Ruby. She's gonna pull through.
If the rock's sold out, I think we better start with the littlest one first.
Did you get it?
Just made it $600, but I had to squeeze good.
Thanks, Ruby. Anything left?
Nary thing except the ermine coat.
We'll have to go, Ruby.
Oh, no, Mr. Pinks. That would kill her. She just loves to look at it.
Well, what are we gonna do?
Charity ward, Mr. Pinks. That's the only answer.
That'll really kill her.
I hate to have to do this, but I gotta resign. I got a family to keep in groceries.
Oh, you've been wonderful, Ruby. You stuck by when everybody else walked out.
Well, you're still sticking. You ought to think of yourself a little.
Well, I gotta get this straightened out first.
Goodbye, Mr. Pinks.
Goodbye, Ruby.
I tried to get to him, but he wouldn't see me.
We gotta do something, Doc. Can't we sue him?
We haven't any case, Pinks. The way Abels has this rigged up now, they'd laugh her right out of court.
It ain't right. He's responsible. He ought to be made to pay.
Relax, Pinks. You're knocking yourself out. First hungry germ comes along, you're going to be getting your mail in a sanitarium. Why do you do it?
Do what?
Oh, these flowers every other day or so. Love, Decatur Reed. We miss you here, Mindy. Waiting to star you in my new show, Dwight Gordon.
It's wonderful that people don't forget her.
It's even more wonderful everybody has the same handwriting. You can't do it, Pinks. It's too much of a load. You've got to have help. Maybe I could get her in the Equity home at Lake Placid.
No, she'll die, I tell you. She won't take charity. She won't take it.
She takes yours.
Oh, that's different. She don't know.
Pinks, I wish I could put your eyes in my skull and let you look at her the way she really is.
You can always get another doctor.
Wait a minute. Come back here. I'm sorry I shot off my mouth. I'll go on taking care of her, but I can't afford to pay the hospital bills, too.
I'll pay.
It's a pretty expensive room. There's $500 due now.
Don't worry, I'll get it. And maybe I can find a cheaper place, but I'll get it, Doc.
Hiya, Bubs. Hiya.
Hi, Horse Thief.
Chilly, ain't it?
Yeah. Sure is.
You guys have a good time last night?
Yeah, sure. Why?
Oh, nothing. I just heard a certain fancy fur emporium got knocked off of quite a few mink chubbies.
We were out visiting my aunt in the Greenpoint section.
For 500 clams to be devoted to a worthy cause, I'll swear I was with you.
These just came for you, Miss Lyons.
Roses again. He's really getting to be a bore.
It's strange he never comes to see you.
You think I want him to come to this place? Besides, we'll be seeing a lot of each other when I convalesce at his estate in Palm Beach. Swimming pool, 40 acres, servants running all over the joint, champagne for breakfast.
There's somebody waiting to see you now.
Who?
His name is Pinkerton.
Pinkerton? Oh, Pinks. How about that little weasel? Send him in.
Hello?
Hiya, Pinks. Still look like the worm's been gnawing at you.
You look great. Swell room. Nice flowers.
Remember the zillionaire Decatur Reed, Pinks? He's been giving me a big play. $10 a dozen for the poison ivy and coming regular. And Abels thought he tossed me to the bush leagues. Ever see Abels?
Sometimes.
When I get to be Mrs. Decatur Reed, I'm going to buy a special body job just to run him into the gutter.
First, you gotta get well.
Meaning?
Meaning, you're kind of temporarily broke.
Decatur Reed's got plenty.
You wouldn't want to go to Mr. Reed. That wouldn't be right.
Listen, busboy, don't be giving me no sermons.
I figured maybe you could stay here another week or so, and then maybe you'd come and live at my place till you got strong again.
Live at your place? Are you kidding? Get out of here, you dumb garbage collector.
But it wouldn't cost anything.
Get out of here, I said.
But it was days and days before she knew anything different.
That's all.
I knew her mother.
I like a fella that eats good like you.
Well, I'm always a cinch for that kosher salami.
Can't you wait till the party starts, you hippo?
Well, I'm starving, dear.
Back to work. She'll be here any minute.
All right.
Peep, peep! Pee-Pee! Look out! Nicely, nicely! How do you like the way I made with the decorations? I borrowed them from where they got the Coney Island Mardi Gras floats in.
That's beautiful. Put it right in the center of the room, horse thief. Oh.
Hey, those are my beat-down pillows.
She needs them more than you do.
I know, but you got my joint already stripped.
You know, if I do say so myself, my contribution to the decorative motif is the crowning touch.
This, of course, is chopped liver.
That, laddie, is twiddle-twaddle.
Twiddle-twaddle?
Oh, now, boys, it all looks very nice.
Yeah, what there is of it.
Now, going back to work, there's plenty to do.
Well, I hope Her Highness likes it. Because I doubt very much if Pinks can get her to come down here.
Don't you worry about that. She's a changed girl now. She'll be very grateful. I think I heard a cab. Oh, nicely, nicely. I'm so nervous. Please be nice to her.
Well, of course I'll be nice to her, Violet. What do you think I am, a ghoul?
It's them.
Oh, it's them.
It's them, all right. It's them.
Make a big hello! Make a big hello! Make for them a big hello! Make him a big hello!
You certainly live in a rotten neighborhood.
Lots of nice people, Your Highness. Good people.
Hello, Pinks. Hello, Pinks.
What are you going down the cellar for?
That's where I live. It's a pretty nice room.
We got a big surprise for you. Wait till you see what we got.
Welcome home, Your Highness.
Who's a tamale?
That's Miss Violet Schumberger, an old friend of mine.
Oh, yeah. How's your tapeworm, sister?
Baby.
Baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, I missed her so, baby. I missed her so. What is this, a funeral?
Oh, you remember Professor B and Horse Thief and Nicely Nicely, and this is Mrs. Lefkowitz.
Yeah, I know. So what?
Well, they've been trying
All right. Now get him out of here.
But, Your Highness, they were...
Get him out of here, I said.
Well, how do you like that?
That's gratitude.
She'll apologize to us before we go back in there.
I don't know what she's so mad about.
She's sick, boys. You gotta have patience.
That's right, Violet. Please don't take it serious, fellas. She don't mean it.
All right, Pinks. Goodbye, Pinks.
So long, Pinks.
Well, she is sick, Violet. She is sick.
Sure, Pink. She'll be all right once she gets used to it.
Will you help?
Oh, I wish I could, but truth is, Nicely and me, we're getting hitched.
Congratulations.
And then we're going to open up a combination boarding house and barbecue stand down Miami Beach way.
Oh, soon?
Kind of soon.
Oh.
But you could always write to me, Pinks.
Sure.
And I'll leave my recipes. And I talked to Mrs. Lefkowitz. She'll come in and do for Her Highness for free.
Oh, she's a nice woman, Mrs. Lefkowitz.
And you're a nice man, Mr. Pinks.
I guess I better go in now.
Guess so.
I won't stay here.
It's only temporary, Your Highness.
I'd rather be dead.
Please don't talk like that.
I'm through, Pinks. They mashed me to a pulp. Now they throw me in a dump. I can't stand it.
You're gonna be well real soon. The doc told me.
Did he?
Sure, it's better than an even money bet.
What about my pins? Will I be able to dance again?
Better than ever.
How soon?
Not more than a few months.
And I'll be the old girl again, huh?
Sure.
Boy, am I gonna pull that Decatur Reed around by his wallet.
Sure you are.
And I won't forget you, Pinks. No, sir. I'll make you my butler with a full-dress suit and a striped vest.
Thanks, Your Highness.
Make out like you're the butler now, Pinks. Oh, go on, stand over there. Go on, make out like you're the butler for me now.
Yes, madame.
Right on the beam, Pinks.
Thank you, madame.
Draw my bath. Pour me champagne.
Yes, madame. Yes, madame.
Get out the town car.
Yes, madame.
47 for dinner tonight.
Yes, madame.
You're sure, aren't you, Pinks?
I'm sure, madame.
Say, this place is getting dead. Let's go somewhere else.
I know a place that's open all night. Why don't we go? Come on.
Good idea. Let's go.
It's about time. 4 o'clock, and I've got a suspicious wife.
She's on the phone again, Pinks. Pretty hysterical, too.
Tell her I'll be home right away, May, will you?
Okay, Pinks, but this is the last time. I've been doing it every night for 3 months now, and I'm getting awfully tired of being called names.
Thanks, May.
It's none of my business, Pinks, but can't that dame of yours eat nothing but champagne and caviar?
She's on a diet.
We have taken a poll among the employees here, and the consensus is that you are a very nice fella, but slightly mixed up.
Good night, Louis. How do you feel, Your Highness?
Like an icicle, that's how I feel.
I brought you some caviar.
I don't want it.
I'll make some toast and boil an egg. That's the way you like it.
I'm sick of those stale fish eggs. I'm sick of this cellar, and I'm sick of you. Pinks. Pinks, come here. I'm afraid, see? I've been laying here for all of my life. I'm afraid I'll never get out.
Sure you will.
I'm cold all the time, Pinks.
Well, it'll be spring soon. Snow makes the trees bud quick. It's always a fast spring when there's lots of snow.
I want to go where it's warm. Like Florida, maybe.
We can't, Your Highness. No dough.
It won't cost much.
We couldn't even pay half fare on the train.
We don't have to go by train.
Buses cost too.
We could walk.
Walk?
You could. Baby me could sit in the chair. It ain't very far.
1,000 miles, I bet. 1,000 miles easy.
It's warm there. If I got the sun on me, I'd be the old girl again. Then nobody could stop me. I'd be Mrs. Reed so fast that I'd...
What's the matter, Your Highness?
I'm cold, Pinks. I'm cold.
You'll be warm soon. You'll be warm, I promise.
Order! Gentlemen, let's face it. We cannot allow our friend Little Pinks to wheel her highness down the Dixie Highway.
Mr. Chairman.
Spanish Joe has the floor.
I'll make the motion. It's ridiculous.
I second that.
Mr. Chairman.
My old colleague Horse Thief has the floor.
I'm willing to contribute $30 towards 2 parlor car seats.
Well, it's been a tough winter, but I, too, will give out with 30 paper dollars.
Mr. Chairman, I want to...
Spanish Joe.
They took me to the cleaner, but I can afford the $14. Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Philly the Weeper has the floor. Mr. Chairman, I have here a solid gold watch, Switzerland movement, which I will put in the general fund.
Well, Pete the Passer's getting a little careless. Well, gentlemen, the sum totals up to $115.75.
And
1 gold watch.
solid with a Switzerland movement.
Nevertheless, it's very paltry.
Still, it's better than cutting yourself with a knife.
We could increase the general sum in the following manner. Now, I am reliably informed that Hosanna in the 5th of Tropical is a sure thing.
Hosanna is strictly a hay bag. My recommendation is Celestial in the 3rd at Hot
Celestial! Celestial is practically muesli. Now, I would wager the wad on Shining Star, 3rd race.
Hosanna, she can run.
Order, or I'll start clapping. I will now appoint a subcommittee of 2, consisting of myself and Horse Thief, to retire. And to return again with the proper recommendations. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed?
No!
Now, look it. Here's a horse that's got a chance.
A hunch! A hunch! A hunch!
Indeed, with the hunch.
In the 3rd at Tropical, there's a 2-year-old entitled Dance Girl. Since that was Her Highness's former profession...
All those in favor say aye.
Aye! Opposed? No! No! Listen, it's silly to risk our dough on my hunch.
Well, anybody knows that a hunch can make a dollar faster than an expert. Meeting adjourned.
Can we make Philadelphia by tonight, Pinks?
Philadelphia's a long ways, Your Highness.
We'll make Philadelphia.
Come in.
Excuse me, but I put some hot chicken soup at this time, so you will have it for your trip.
You've been very kind, Miss Lefkowitz.
Mind you, I think this whole trip is plain with sugar, but I'd like to help a little.
You've done enough already.
All right, so $5 more wouldn't hurt. Oh, go ahead, take it. Take it.
Thanks very much.
And give my love to Miss Schomburger and her husband.
Sure, we're going to stay with them.
Yeah, that's fine. When you will think of it, will you send me a postcard?
Sure.
Goodbye, my dear Her Highness. I hope the sun brings strength back into your bones. God bless you both.
It was real nice of you.
Ah, the old lady deserved a break.
Forget the pushing.
You're going south and state.
Smooth that out.
Through the courtesy of a number of citizens.
And a filly named Dance Girl, we have collected enough moves.
To send you Miami words in style.
Compartment or drawing room?
At 38 to 1, maybe a private car.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. That is absolutely as soon as Horse Thief gets the results from a certain character named Bookie Bob.
Hello, Bookie Bob? What's with the 3rd at Tropical? Oh.
One, please.
Now, where do you think you're going?
Through the tunnel?
Let's not argue, please. We're in a hurry.
Oh, you are you? Oh, you can't wheel nobody through the Holland Tunnel.
What about that sign?
Well, what about it?
Well, this is a vehicle.
It's a wheelchair.
It's got wheels. That makes it a vehicle.
Wheels, vehicle. Wait a minute, I'll have to check that. Hey, Lou, is a wheelchair a vehicle?
No.
There's your answer.
But on the other hand, yes. Hey, Sergeant. Are wheelchairs vehicles?
Certainly not.
You're blocking traffic.
But, could be. Oh, Captain. Are wheelchairs vehicles?
Of course not.
Come on, get moving.
Well, maybe.
So what are you going to do about it?
Guess we'd better check it in the rule book.
10 years I've been in the department. I never saw anything like this before in my life.
Wheelchairs.
This ain't no time for bottlenecks.
Hey, what's the big idea? Hey, what is this? I'm on a tight schedule.
It ain't our fault. The authorities can't make up their minds.
Ignore the 8 pinks.
You got a negative attitude, lady.
Kindly address no further remarks to me.
Nothing about any wheelchairs in here.
Well, maybe we'd better call up the mayor. No, the tunnel commissioner. We've got to do something.
Will you moolies make up your mind?
We'll have to let him go through, Captain.
Start pushing, Pinks.
Do I have to roll behind this buggy all the way through the tunnel?
Keep a civil tongue in your head or I'll run you in.
We have the right of way.
But I gotta get to Baltimore. It's vital to national offense. Can I get me hitched?
A swell idea. Captain, I think he deserves a free ride through the tunnel for that suggestion.
You're right, McCarty. All right, boys, back to your post.
Okay, buddy. Put her on a truck and I'll give you a lift to Baltimore.
Make it Washington, it's a deal.
Washington? Well, you're crazy. That's 50 miles out of my way.
Start pushing, Pinks.
Okay, lady. I'll sign. I met a lot of dames in my life, but I never met nobody like you, knock wood.
Hey, the next time you go to Jersey, use the bridge.
We're not going to Jersey. We're going to Florida.
Florida?
I'm just going to pretend he didn't say that.
Right on the button, Pinks. Everything just the way I figured it.
Yeah. Sure is nice here.
Sun's warming me up already.
Violet!
Pinks!
Oh, Violet. Oh, you
Your Highness, you made it.
11 days flat, Violet.
You're looking wonderful. I can't believe you walked all the way.
Well, I used my evil eye and got a few hitches.
Well, we got your room already.
It's all fixed up nice.
That's great, but I won't be bothering you very long. I got plans. By the way, Violet, what's the best store in town for tropical outfits?
Well, there's a nice little shop on Washington Avenue, but I guess you're a girl for Lincoln Road.
If it's the best, I am. Pinks, go get me some pajamas to choose from.
But your Highness...
Don't argue with me. Nicely drag me inside and be careful.
Yeah, we're off to a swell start.
Well, don't stand there now, Pinks. I told you to do something, didn't I?
She hasn't changed very much, has she?
You know, I've never known a girl with such courage, Violet. She didn't whimper or complain once on the whole trip.
I bet.
If it hadn't been for her, I never would have made it.
And what if it hadn't been for you? Let it go. What are you going to do, Pinks?
Get a job?
That isn't as easy as it sounds.
Oh, something will turn up. It always does.
And in the meantime?
In the meantime, I gotta get her some pajamas.
Pinks, I gotta say this. You're a fool. A terrible, terrible fool. And somebody ought to kick you around the block. But I guess I'm a fool, too. Here. Buy her the gall-darndest pajamas in Miami.
Thanks, Violet. I'll pay you back.
told you if you wore your white coat, they'd think you was an attendant. Take this one.
Maybe it belongs to somebody.
Oh, stop worrying, will you, and put me down. All right, get out of here, Pinks.
Are you comfortable?
Great, now evaporate.
I'll be back to get you in 2 hours.
Announce yourself as my houseboy.
I got a line on a job. Wish me luck.
Wish me luck. I got a line on something that makes your job look silly. Boy!
Yes, ma'am?
Would you tell Mr. Decatur Reed that Miss Gloria Lyons would like to see him, please?
Oh, yes, surely. Mr. Reed.
Yeah?
Miss Lyons would like to see you.
Miss Lyons?
Yes, sir. She's over there.
Oh. Thanks. Gloria.
Hello, Decatur.
I didn't know you were in town.
Got in yesterday.
Well, what a break for Miami Beach. Where have you been?
Oh, California mostly. Santa Barbara, Palm Springs. I was ill for a while, you know.
Yes, I heard about it. All right now?
Just perfect.
Oh, no. Not until we take up where we left off.
I'll think about it.
You'd better. Say, come on over and meet my friends. You're going to see a lot of them.
Sorry, I can't. I've got to rest for a while.
I'll drive you home when you're ready.
My chauffeur's calling for me.
Oh, Gloria. Don't tell me I'm going to get one look at you and out.
No, I'll run into you on the beach tomorrow. I intend to spend a lot of time around here.
I'll be waiting with a low tide.
And now, darling, I really must rest.
All right. Season doesn't begin until tomorrow. Bye.
Goodbye.
I have just met the most beautiful that ever came south.
That's the 11th since December 1st.
Who is she?
Gloria Lyons. Out of this world.
Well, if that's the case, what are you doing here?
That's not like you, Decatur. Not like you at all.
Oh, she gave me the quick freeze. But I shall thaw her out.
Why don't you take her home in that special roadster of yours? The way you drive would increase anybody's blood pressure.
No, she turned me down for a chauffeur.
Anybody who turns Decatur Reed down for a chauffeur, I want to meet.
Her or the chauffeur?
Now, Samuel?
But I've got a lot of experience. Just try me once.
We don't need no busboy.
Well, give me a chance, just one night if I can.
Look, I'm busy. Kindly go away.
Hey, Joe, what that guy want?
A job as a busboy.
Well, give it to him.
But you've got 5 busboys too many now, Mr. Abels.
All right, so now we got 6. Go after him and put him to work.
Okay with me, Mr. Abels. Okay with me.
Getting conscious, Case?
Not me. Abels comes first.
Not if you keep leasing nightclubs, he don't.
That's a nice front, ain't it?
The only time a front is nice is when the back pays off.
It'll pay, Mac. They tell me that Schlemiel pushed her all the way down here from the big street. How do you like that? How do you like that?
When you see her, she looks wonderful. Look what I bumped into outside.
Well, the sun has made you an angel, Alice, Your you Highness. look like you spent 2 weeks vacation at Coney Island.
What'd you bring these guys in here for?
Well, they were dying to see you, Your
We
Highness.
brought you presents. We really came to see how the steeds do a tropical, but we don't forget old acquaintance.
Well, you can start forgetting right now. This is a class joint, and I'm strictly not from characters like you two.
She doesn't mean it, fella. She was only kidding.
Enough with the talk, Pinks. Get me out of here. Tell those moolies to scatter. You sure fix things good. Come on, get me out of here quick.
Well, I must say we were received like the Italian ambassador in Greece.
Don't they like each other neither?
If you had any brains, you wouldn't have brought him here. Suppose Decatur Reed had seen him.
I guess for a minute I just forgot about Decatur Reed.
You guys still here?
Hello, Gloria. Well, I'll be seeing you.
I'm sorry, Your Highness. I'm sorry he saw you.
You did it deliberately. Deliberately. You planned it like this. You don't want me to get out of this chair.
Please, Your Highness.
Button your lip.
Please, Your Highness, you mustn't get upset. Everything's gonna be all right now. I got a job now. I'll make it up to you. I swear I will.
You'll make it up to me. You got a job. What kind of a job? As what? A banker, maybe? Not a broker. How about maybe president? Go on, tell me.
A busboy.
A busboy. Cleaning tables, filling glasses, making with a butter. And you'll make it up to me. Well, you're not even a good busboy. I had to get you your last job, didn't I? And it took plenty of pull to keep you there. Louis, the head waiter, says you got 2 left feet.
He did, huh?
Yes, he did.
I'm the best busboy there is, see? Nobody in the world is better than I am when it comes to being a busboy. And not even you can say different.
Get out of here. Get out of here!
I'll get.
I tell you it's important. It's a matter of life and death.
Look, I'm gonna lose my job. I'm a family man.
Pinks! Pinks!
Please, madam, you're creating a disturbance.
What's the matter, Violet?
Her Highness, she's very sick.
I don't care about her. Not anymore.
She's collapsed. She might die, Pinks.
What kind of carrying on is this? I run a respectable gaff here, not a pig market.
You run?
Sure I run. How do you think you got your job?
How is she, Doc?
You can go in.
Oh, Your Highness.
Remember that song?
Sure. Used to have the people in the aisles.
I'm singing it for the last time, Pinks.
No, you're not.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
I'm thinking I'm in a swell supper club. It's all gold and marble and servants all dressed up in satin pants. And Decatur Reed is there, too, and a lot of classy people. And I walk in.
You'd knock 'em dead.
I got on a dress, see? It's white net and very long, and all over it are little diamonds that shine. And it's very tight in the bodice. My shoulders are all bare. And I got my hair up like this. And when I walk in, I make all the dames look like last year's model. And all the guys that give a year's salary just to dance with me. And I give them the go-by like I'm a duchess. And I'm holding an orchid in my hand. A white orchid. There's no orchid, Pinks. No orchid.
I'll bring you dozens of them. Dozens of them.
No, you wouldn't. There's no anything, Pinks. I'm nothing but a broken down Camapo in an old wheelchair. Waiting. Just waiting.
I talked to the doc. He says you're gonna be well real soon.
Don't give me that, Pinks. I know. I guess I've known from the start.
She's in bad shape, Doc. Can't you do something?
I wish I could.
Why can't you?
Did you ever hear of a thing called paranoia? No, I guess you didn't. Well, it's what happens when people get to believe there's something they're not.
Now you're cooking with gas.
Shut up nicely.
Don't tell me to shut up.
I'll tell you to shut up anytime I feel like it, and I feel like it now.
Please go on, Doc.
They can go on for a long time and be okay, except when the illusion is shattered. Then they kind of wither up and... unless it's restored.
But if it is?
I'm afraid what that young lady wants, she'll never get.
We can't just stand around and let her die.
He ain't a very good doctor, Pinks. Why, last month he treated nicely for a cold, and it turned out to be chicken pox.
You don't have to be telling everybody I had chicken pox at my age.
If you had chicken pox, you had 'em, and you had 'em.
Big jewel robbery. Read all about it. Extra paper. Another big jewel robbery. Read about it. Extra paper. Read all about the big jewel robbery. Extra.
Wait a minute, baby. I want to talk to you.
Now listen, I told you to keep away from me.
Oh, be a nice girl. Come on back for a drink. I only want to make you a little proposition.
Extra paper. Big jewel robbery. Extra. Read all about it.
Hiya, Pinks.
What do you say, Pinks?
Well, hello, Pinks.
Hello, Pinks.
Hello, Professor. Hello, horse thief. Hello, gentlemen, George.
Good evening, Pinks. No see since New York. Squat and munch on a spare rib.
No thanks. I want you to do a job for me.
In the heisting line?
Yeah, I just want a certain dress, but there's jewelry you can have.
You are living in the past, Pinks. I have retired from the heist. No percentage.
But there's people doing it all the time. It's in all the papers.
Syndicates who engage in the entirely unethical practice of clipping the insurance companies. That is not cricket.
But this is a cinch. I've looked the whole place over.
It's out of the question. The middleman gets everything these days, and the laborer nothing for his hire. Good evening, gents. A spare rib?
No, thanks.
No, thank you.
I was just telling our little friend here that I regretfully must refuse to knock off a joint for him.
Then I'll do it myself.
Please, Pinks, you can't start at the top of these things. Please begin with a little pocket picking or such odd jobs.
Personally, I find I can make a very honest living cheating at cards.
I just gotta get that dress. It's a matter of life and death.
This is to go no further, but me and the professor are somewhat broke.
No, you've done enough. But I've just started.
Horse thief. When a man has that look in his eye, he's liable to clop you good.
I wish I could have obliged. Would have been kind of nice to do another job. Sometimes I get mighty lonely for the good old days. But that's another thing we got to thank the New Deal for.
idea of following me? I told you to get out, you termite.
Do you listen nice, or do I tell your husband you think he's a checkbook with the gout?
You haven't got anything on me.
Paper napkin with "I love you, Lou," written in lipstick. A platinum watch engraved "To Ducky from Wucky."
But nobody would believe I was Wucky.
How about the jeweler? He's a very good friend of mine.
What do you want?
25,000.00.
Why, you know all the cash I get is $2 a week for gum.
You're healed plenty in the eyes department.
So it's my jewelry you want.
Only temporary. You well insured. Hand them over. Say they were stole. My syndicate recovers them, gives them back to the insurance company. We get a reward, and you get your jewelry back.
Why, that's dishonest.
But very popular these days, my darling. Such a deal was consummated only last night. You read, of course, that Mrs. Laird got clean good.
Yeah?
One of our boys did that. A French count. Very good man.
I don't believe you.
Got fine references.
For instance?
Case Abel's good enough for you?
Don't tell me Case Abels is in on this.
Sister, he invented it.
How do I know you're telling me the truth?
Supposing I showed you a little proof. Mrs. Laird's ruby clips. Recognize them?
Why, yes, the Colonel was going to buy them for me.
Speaking of the Colonel, do we have a deal?
Reach.
What is this?
Any more talking, I'll plug you. Hand over those clips. Put them in your handkerchief. Those fingerprints will come in handy. Both of you stick here for 10 minutes. Don't forget I got enough on you to hang you.
What is this, a frame-up?
He can't do that to me. He don't belong to the guild.
And that's final. If you local detectives can't do anything about it, I'll call the FBI.
Now, don't get excited, Colonel. We're working on it. We've got a terrific clue.
Then why don't you do something about it?
The number on the card is indistinct. We're in touch with the Social Security people in Washington. Yeah? Yeah? Well, get on it right away. Thank you.
Well?
That was Washington. It's going to take a little time to trace.
Oh, and because they got red tape? My wife's got to go around naked. Get me J. Edgar Hoover.
Oh, they're calling in J. Edgar Hoover. Well, good. We need some law enforcement in this community. Okay, Bill, thanks. Well, boys, they're calling in the G-men. That'll teach whoever it is not to compete with Case Abels.
Will it?
What do you want?
I thought you might be interested in this.
Where'd you get that?
That's the guy. Recognize his voice.
Not so fast. There's another clip all covered with his thumbprints. The cops get it with a letter if I don't get back in an hour.
Well, a little hyped up, ain't you, Pinks?
I certainly am. I got you right in the hen house.
I ain't in on nothing.
Yeah, that ain't the way I heard it.
Look, Case, I ain't holding no bags.
Shut up. Maybe there won't be no bags.
Maybe not.
You could use a little cash, couldn't you?
Maybe. There's something else I could use more.
Such as what?
Such as this club tomorrow night.
Wait a minute, what do you mean?
I want to take the joint over for a private party.
Who's giving it?
Me.
You, I really am mixed up.
I'm very clear. Vintage champagne, caviar, the best, see, and on you. And you invite the guests.
What guests?
The best people in town, but especially a guy named Decatur Reed.
And if I do?
You get the clip and everything back.
Well, it's wacky, but it's a deal. And you keep your part.
If you keep yours, I got the invitation all figured out. Take it. You are cordially invited to attend a supper party in honor of Her Highness, Saturday, the 11th of January at the Florida Club. Signed, Augustus Pinkerton II.
Who's that?
That's me.
At the Florida Club, signed Augustus Pinkerton II. Oh, I don't believe it. It's quite a few other people.
Well, what are we so upset about? No scurrier than usual.
Anyway, nobody's gonna go to said party. A lady flanged this cable right out of a car window into my lap.
It's beginning to get clear that Pinks has been engaging in some extra-legal activities.
What's all the fuss?
Nothing except Pinks is throwing a sorry at the Florida Club.
I know.
Oh, she knows. You'd think he flung one every day.
Violet, it smells uncomfortable.
Pinks knows what he's doing. Pinks knows what he wants. We can't interfere.
It's all very confusing.
It's all very clear. Pinks is trying to save Her Highness's life. So what if he borrowed a dress and a few trinkets to do it?
So what? Means 20 years.
Yes, could even be in a federal sneezer, which can be very unpleasant.
Listen to me. Maybe it's wrong, maybe it's right, I don't know. All I do know is the colors come back to her face and her eyes aren't dull and dead.
Maybe the cops won't see it that way.
If it's a crime to save a life, so okay. It's a crime. That ain't up to us.
Yes, but what about him ruining his whole life?
Yeah, and where's he gonna stop?
Ask somebody else those questions. Fellow who invented love. Maybe he knows, I don't.
Well, nobody can argue with that.
Except me.
Why don't you all help instead of blabbering?
What do you want us to do?
It's up to us to see that the party's the biggest success since the World's Fair. We gotta help Pink save her life. We gotta make this whole town turn out.
Gentlemen, she's right.
'Cause if we don't, boys, we'll never be able to have a decent dream again.
Order. Order, gentlemen. Let us hear from the chairman of the Committee on Arrangements.
We will have a terrific gate. Through bartenders, barbers, shoeshine boys, bell captains, etc., we have spread the rumor that this party is for Her Highness, the Princess of Carolia.
Well, who is the Princess of Carolia?
That is Gentleman George's department.
She is a royalty-type cookie off in whom I snatched a pearl lavalier in my youth. She lives in Puerto Rico now.
Now the chairman on the Decatur Reed Committee, Mr. Nicely Johnson.
But he ain't gonna come.
What do you mean he ain't gonna come? Give me one good reason why not.
His valet informs me he's gonna be on the meet at Palm Beach with another doll.
Oh, dear.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion we get a pancake with a voice like a chocolate soda to call him on the telephone, say she's Gloria, and invite him to the party.
Such a female party I have the telephone number of.
Hooray! Gentlemen, the motion is out of order.
Why?
Because Decatur Reed now knows that Her Highness is somewhat damaged goods.
That's right. We could appeal to his sympathy.
Said Glamour Boy is strictly the no-sympathy type.
Well, I move we persuade him.
Second. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carried. Nicely and Horse Thief are appointed chairman and vice chairman, respectively, of the Persuade Decatur Reed Committee.
Yeah, that's fine. Say, but what about us boys?
Yeah, what can we do to help?
How do we fit in? Order, gentlemen. We constitute a committee of the whole to see to it that no interruptions mar the festivities, such as, to wit, the police.
Yeah, and we'll all wind up in stripes.
Yeah, I think so. Order. The chair makes a motion that love is the most important thing. All those in favor? Aye! Meeting adjourned.
Hello. Hey, what is this, hold up? Please, Mr. Reed, such language. We merely wish to borrow you for a few hours.
Borrow me? Are you kidding? I'm late for an important reception in Palm Beach.
You're right about the reception, but it's not at Palm Beach. Get in that car and cease the dialogue.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't make with the fists. I was a contender for the middleweight championship of the world in 1927.
You never had a look in.
Oh, yeah? I would have had that diamond belt if I hadn't have broken my pinky. No, you don't. Take your hand off.
Horse Thief, I apologize. I forgot all about your pinky.
That's all right, Nicely. I prefer to forget what might have been.
My dear, I hear on excellent authority it's really the Princess of Carolia. No. How do you know?
My bootblack told me.
I do hope we aren't late.
Do you think Her Highness has arrived yet?
Magnificent. Simply magnificent.
Oh, exquisite. Exquisite. Bethington, Ramsbottom, Chichester, and, yes, Piffington Smythe. Will you kindly circle about and see to it that our guests have a gay time? Don't use your fists unless absolutely necessary.
Hey, Abels?
What do you want?
More champagne.
Who do you think I am, Sherman Billingsley?
I said champagne, Abels. And none of this eyewash you're trying to palm off. Confine it to the McCoy.
Okay, anything else?
I just gave the chef orders to make it squab, partridge, and pheasant. You can't get away with lamb chops.
It's very good with pineapple.
I'll do all the thinking around here tonight.
All right. But when does the bride arrive? Where is Her Highness? People are beginning to scrunch around in their seats.
She'll be here at 9 sharp.
Yeah, and everybody else will leave at 9:02.
Pretty fancy party. Aren't you glad you changed your mind, Decatur?
I changed my...
Start circulating.
And no false moves. Remember, there's others besides us watching you.
Make out like you're having a good time.
A very funny idea of a good time.
Decatur.
Oh, hello, Mimi. Colonel.
Hello.
I thought you were going to Palm Beach.
I received a very urgent invitation to attend this party.
Well, how nice. Won't you join us?
Thank you.
You must introduce me to the Princess Decatur. She's the most important person in town.
Hello, Case.
Hello, Captain. What's on your mind?
Have you got a busboy working here named Pinkerton?
Pinkerton? No, I don't think so. Why?
Oh, we just want to pick him up.
Come to think of it, we did have a kid named Pinkerton. He quit and went back to New York. A long time ago.
Well, I happen to know he's here, and I've got every exit covered. You better dig him up, or I'll find him if I have to break up your party.
Beans. This place is crawling with bulls, and they're looking for you. You gotta duck.
We gotta hold them off nicely. We got to till we get the party started.
But you'll get 20 years if they nab you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Ozzie Nelson. It's a pleasure and privilege to introduce to you our lovely guest of honor, Her Highness.
That's my dress.
That's your diamond necklace.
That's Gloria Lyons.
I'm going to have that girl arrested.
No need of hanging around now. The party's over.
It's all for you, Your Highness. It's all for you.
I'm getting out of here.
Go over and see her. And make with the dialogue like Cary Grant makes with Ginger Rogers.
Look, I'm getting tired of...
You heard him, bub.
Now that I've had to track down this criminal myself, as a citizen and taxpayer, I demand that you arrest her immediately.
All right, Colonel, we'll pick her up.
You wait just a minute first. I'd like to explain something.
Who are you?
Well, my name's Pinkerton.
Oh, it is, huh?
Hello, Gloria.
Decatur,
You look beautiful tonight.
I didn't think you'd be here.
And now I'm sure Her Highness, known professionally as Gloria Lyons, will graciously consent to sing a song she made famous in New York's smartest supper clubs.
Why, that's not the Princess of Carolia.
Who is she?
I never saw her. Why, it's a hoax.
It's just cheap publicity stunt. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen, just a minute. I'm sure you're all going to have a good time. Now, please sit down before somebody gives somebody a clap on the chops. Gentlemen, will you kindly escort the folks back to their victuals?
Who knows, somewhere beyond those skies of blue, I'll have one.
What's the matter, Leslie?
The cops have got Pinks inside there.
And if she found out about it now, it'd kill her right on the spot. You wouldn't want to do that just for a dress and some diamonds.
Only $30,000 worth.
But she can't leave the place. She can't walk. And you can let your detectives watch her. Please, Colonel, just let her have this evening, just this one night.
Why did you do it?
Well, that's all I can tell you. I did it and nobody else is responsible.
Well, if you've heard enough of this soft stuff, I'd like to lock them both up. Get this thing over with.
May I add a few details, which I'm sure my friend has overlooked?
For my Shangri-La, who knows I'll find that land of just suppose.
So, gentlemen, the wheelchair was the result of Mr. Abel's brave slap across that girl's face.
What's all that got to do with this?
So by borrowing the jewelry for one night to brighten the life of this tragic girl, Colonel, Pinks kept them out of the hands of this crook.
Are you going to fall for this small-time con man's line?
Quiet, Ables. You'll have plenty of time to talk on the chain gang.
Your jewels are safe now, Colonel. And they wouldn't have been if Pinks hadn't entered your home when he did.
You're wanted in Mr. Abel's office. Now.
Did you send for me, Colonel?
Yes.
Take off your clothes.
What?
You heard me.
Somebody else needs them.
Don't you think you ought to explain this?
I've just heard something that no one can explain. Mr. Pinks, I'd like to shake hands with you.
Why?
Whatever it is, Mr. Pinks, you're something that doesn't come along very often. I'd like to make your party a wow.
Why should you?
Don't ask me, Pinks, or I may change my mind. You change your clothes. I've got work to do.
Just when heaven only knows.
Where have you been?
Well, little ducky wucky who writes on paper napkins, how do you feel?
Now, Sam, I can explain everything. It wasn't my fault.
Maybe not, but it doesn't matter. But I just heard a little yarn that makes me feel pretty jealous. Now, you go over to that girl, make a fuss over her, and get all your friends to do the same.
But why, Sam?
I'd tell you, but you wouldn't understand. Now, get busy, ducky wucky.
All right, Daddy, all right.
Nicely. Where's Decatur?
He's gone. We better be getting out of here pretty quick.
Nicely. Why?
The cops has grabbed Pink for larceny.
What did he ever steal?
Nothing except that dress and them rocks you got on.
Please, nicely. He's lying, Your Highness. He's lying. Is he?
Your voice is lovely,
The Duchess
Your
is giving
Highness.
a party.
You're
Man,
right.
this is like so much
Pinks. Pinks.
Having a good time, Your Highness?
Sure. Everything all right with you?
Sure.
Well, what's with it? I'd like to speak to Pinks alone, please. What's with the cops, Pinks?
What cops?
It's all right, I know. They're not going to take you away, are they?
No, it's all fixed, Your Highness, honest.
Thanks for the party, Pinks. You shouldn't have done it.
It ain't much. I wish I could do a lot more.
Why do they keep playing that song?
It's your song.
wish I could dance to it.
Why not?
I've tried, Pinks. I've tried awful hard.
Maybe you're not trying hard enough. Let me help. Hold on to me, Your Highness.
Everybody's watching us.
You, not me.
Both of us. A busboy dancing with a girl who isn't dancing.
You will soon.
Never, Pinks, but I don't care. Pinks?
Yes.
Lots of people don't walk. They knit or something. I'd make a rotten knitter, but I could try.
Sure.
I'm happy now, Pinks. I'm happy for the first time in my life.
I'm glad, Your Highness.
There's just one more thing I wish I could do. Then I wouldn't mind never walking again.
What's that?
I'd like to walk up those stairs with you. And watch the ocean, the sky.
You could try, Your Highness.
Now?
Now. This minute.
That did it, Pinks. Nobody can ever call me a broken down calapo again.
Your Highness. Your Highness?
Pinks has found what everybody else in the world is looking for.
Only to lose it.
It's well known to one and all on Broadway. that a citizen never loses what he's got filed away in his ticker.